Imadwa, Panya, Jerusalem. Stand and face Jerusalem. I'm a wonder, can you read everything? The blessing of the Sabbath. Barakata Yahweh. Bahasham. Yahawashai. Asherah. Nethalanawa. Hashabat. Bashalawam. Tuwada. Amen. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahawashai, that give to us the Sabbath in peace. Thank you. Amen. Psalm 121. The island, Maha, Asheram, Akkad. Anya, Harayam, Yinumya, Al, Ahariam, Mahayan, Yabawa'a, Izaria, Yabawa'a, Mayahawa, Shaisha, Shamayam, Waratiza, La'a, Yenathan, Lamawat, Ragalia, Yala'a, Yenawum, Shashamarka, Hana, La'a, Yenawum, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shashamar, Yasharella, Yahawa, Shamaria, Yahawa, Tazalia, Il, Yad, Yamyanya, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Hakaya, Wayarak, La'a, Balaya, La, Bayayala, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamaria, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Napashia, Yahweh, Yashamar, Hawalakia, Wabaya, Maitha, Wa'id, Iwalam, Bahasham, Yahawasha, Tuwada, Amen. Psalms 121.
Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Amen.
Amen.
Hear Israel, Shemaiah Sha'ala. Shammai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Eloheinawa, Yahweh, Akkad. Shammai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Eloheinawa, Yahweh, Akkad. Shammai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Eloheinawa, Yahweh, Akkad.
Deuteronomy 6, verse 4. Israel, the Lord our God, is one Lord.
Amen. The Lord's Prayer. Yahweh, Tapala. Abinawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'ah, Ratizawanka, Haya, Aisha, Bar Ratiza, Ka Bashamayim Natalanawa Lakum Yawum Za Wasalakanawa Kawawatinawa Kasalaknawa Kawawatinawa Wala'a Abiyanawa Al Nasayawan Habal Hawashinawa Marai Kaya Laka Hamalakwat Wa'ala Waha Tapa Arat Loai Walam Amen.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Amen. The Ten Commandments. Ha'ai Matazawat. La'a Yahaya Laka Alahayim Akarim Apanya La'a Taisha Laka Pasal Wala'a Taibadam La'a Talakwaka Shamwa Yahweh Alahayaka Lashawa Zakar At Hayawam Hashabat Lakodashwa Kabad Wa Amaka La'a Taratizak La'a Tana'ab La'a Taganab La'a Taina Shakor La'a Takamad Kal Asherah Laraika Amen.
Exodus 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, servant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Amen.
Amen. Yeshua will be seated. Barakata Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Asherah, Nathan Awa, Parya, Hakapan, the water. Aman, La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashai, At Yasha'Allah. The blessed are you, Yahweh, name of Yahawashai, that give to us the fruit of the vine. Thank you. So be it to Yahweh in the name of Yahawashai with Israel. Imadwa Panya Jerusalem. Stand and face Jerusalem. Barakta Yahweh. Hagadah. Rakawam. Abiyar. Wanara'ah. Aliyawan. Malak. Shal. Shamayam. Waratazah. Wakal. Dabarim. Kayayam. Wagam. Amashiach. Mayahawa. Hadawanawa. Ahabnawa. Hapalah. Yaraitazah. Yahawashai. Zakarnawa. Baratazawan. Amka. Yasha'Allah. Izarnawa. Bana. Wasap. Yasha'Allah. Al. Nanawa. Yamyan. Aitha. Kayawam. Kayawamyam. Makwadam. Babakasha. Shalak. Mayaka Allah. Wahatazawadak. Alahayam. La. Maganawa. Rapanawa. Washamar. Ailnawa. Baikor. Shalak. Aroka. Shal. Yahawashai. Lanawa. Lalamadnawa. Rabiam. Hakama. Tabawana. Wada'ai. Shah. Tabarka. Ba'asham. Yahawashai. Tuwada. Waiwalam. Aman. Blessed are you, Yahweh, the great, merciful, mighty, terrible, most high power, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, and also the anointed from Yahweh, our Lord, our friend, the wonderful counsel, Yahushai. Remember us, Yahweh, favorably, your people Israel. Help us build and gather Israel most high. We beg you, right now, like the days of old, please send Michael and the righteous powers to protect us, heal us, and watch over us. Mainly send the spirit of Yahushua to us to teach us much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of thy word in the name of Yahushua. Thank you always and forever. Amen. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua that give to us the law. Barakata Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Asherah, Nathanawa, Hathawara. In the name of Yahushua that give to us the light to see. Barakata Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Asherah, Nathanawa, Awar, Larawat. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua that give to us the ram's horn to call the people. Barakata Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Asherah, Nathanawa, Koran, Haya, Lapora, Ha'ain. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, that give to us the olive oil to anoint Israel. Barakata Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Asherah, Netanyahu, Hashaman, Zayat, Lamashak, Yasha'ala, Yashabo, be seated. You get the blinds. Shalom, Israel. All right. Yeah, shalom, sis. All right. It's going to be a very interesting topic today for you Black Hispanics and Native American. For God's chosen people, we are God's chosen people. We got to come back to this law, statutes, and commandment of the Most High. But the Most High requires it. So today going to be an interesting topic because it talks about clean and unclean foods in Leviticus chapter 11 and 12 is talk about, giving birth and days of unclean. So we're going to go into the Hebrew. We can go into the Hebrew because this is the original language on the earth, and this is our native language, Israel. And also everybody on the earth spoke that one language, and this is our people. We call ourselves Hebrew Israelite because Hebrew is our language, and Israelite is our nationality. And also Hebrew, when you go back to it, it says Abraham, or Abram, the Hebrew. So it's a nationality and it's a language. But now we call it a Hebrew Israelite, so it's our language. And Israel is our nationality. So some people say, why read the Hebrew? We're in, English, King James 1611, fine, we speak English. Yeah, but we go back to reading our original tongue, which is Hebrew. But it's nice to know it. It's good to know it. Because our brother was teaching, and someone that came up to him and started, speaking in Hebrew and Ethiopian, which are the Samaritans. Today they learn a little Hebrew, and then they want to speak to the brother, like what's your name, and he answered her back in Hebrew. And also when you read in Acts, it say Jesus Christ spoke to Saul, which is Paul, in the Hebrew tongue. And So Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. Everybody got it? I'm a one, you got it? We have also here, we have the ancient Hebrew. Yeah, we have this with the ancient Hebrew. The house of David did the ancient Hebrew and the King James, side by side. What I'm reading is interlinear. This is the book of Leviticus by itself, and this is the modern Hebrew. Interlinear. It helps with the grammar so you can understand some word for word. Sometimes they get the word right, but sometimes they don't get the word right. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. Where Dabar, Yahweh al Masha, wa al Aharon, la Amar, Alham. Verse 2. Dabarwa al Banya Yasha'ala, la Amar, Za'at Haka Yaha Asherah, Sa Akalwa, Ma Makal Ha Ba Ha Maha Asherah Ail Ha'aratiza. Verse 3. Call Ma Par Sat Parasaha Was Sa Washa Washa Sa Ait Sha Sa I Par Sat Ma'ail La Tha Garaha Ba Ba Ha Maha Atha Tha Kalwa. Verse 4. Aka Ath Za La'a Tha Akalwa Ma I Laya Ha Garaha Wa Ma Par Saya Hapara Saha Ga Mal Kaya Ma'ai Laha Garaha Ha Wa'a Wapara Saha A Yan Nawa Ma Par Yasa Ta Maha Hawa'a La Kam. Verse 5. Wa'at Ha Sha Pan Kaya Ma'ai La Ha Gara Ha Hawa'a Wapara Saha La'a Ya Par Yas Sa Ma'a Hawa'a La Kam. Verse 6. Wa'at Ha'ara Na Bat Kaya Ma'ai Lat Garaha Ha Wa'a Wapar Saha La'a Ha Par Yasaha Tama'a Ha Hawa'a La Kam. Verse 7. Wa'at Ha Ka Za Yar Kaya Ma Par Yas Para Saha Hawa'a Wa Sha Sai Sha Kwai Sa Kwai Para Sa Ha Waha Wa'a Gara Ha La'a Ya Gar sa ma ha hawa a la kam. Verse 8. Ma ba sa ram la a tha akalwa wa ban ba la sam la a sa ga aiwa sa ma a yam ham la kam. Verse 9. At za sa akalwa ma kal ashra ma ba ma yam kal ashra lawa sa na pa yar wa kwa shat ba ma yam ba ya ma yam wa ban ka la yam asam sa akalwa. Verse 10. Wakal ashra pa yan lawa sa na pa yar wa kwa sat ba yam ba ya ma yam wa ban ka la yam ma kal ratiza ha ma yam wa ma kal na pash ha ka ya ha ashra ba ma yam ratiza ham la kam. Verse 11. Wa sa ya hai yawa la kam ma ba ram la a sa akalwa wa at na ba la sam tazawa. Verse 12. Kal ashara a yan lawa sa na pa yar wa kwa shat ba ma yam kwatiza ha wa a lakam. Verse 13. Wa ath a la ha ta shak tazawa man ha I wap la a ya akalwa kwatiza ham at ha na shar wa at ha parsa wa at ha I taza na yaha. Verse 14. Wa at ha da aha wa at ha a ya ha lama yanha. Verse 15. At kal I rab lama yanwa. Verse 16. Wa at bat haya I naha wa at ha sa ka mas wa at ha sha kap wa at han taza lama yan hawa. Verse 17. Wa at ha ka was wa at ha sha laka wa at ha yan sha yap. Verse 18. Wa at ha san sha mat wa at ha kwa at wa at ha ra kam. Verse 19. Wa at ha ka ha an pa ha lama yanha wa at hada wa ka ya pat wa at ha I ta. 20. Kal ratiza ha I wap ha laka ail ara bai kwatiza ha wa a la kam. Verse 21. Ak Ath Zaha Ha Kalwa Ma Kal Sha Ratiza Ha I Wap Ha Ha Laka Il Ara Bai Ashara Lawa versus La Ka Ra I Yum Ma Ma Il La Ra Ga La Yawa Lana La Na Thar Bahan Il Ha Ratiza, verse 22. At Ha Alha Maham Sa Akalwa At Ha Ra Baha Lama Yanwa Wa At Ha Sa La Aim Lama Yan Hawa Wa At Ha Ka Ra Gal Lama Yan Hawa Wa At Ha Ka Gab Lama Yan Hawa, verse 23. Wakal Sharatiza Ha I Wap Shara Lawa At Na Ar Bai Ragal Yam Sha Kwatiza Ha Wa Lakam, verse 24. Wala Laha Sa Ta Ma Au Kal Ha Na Gai Ba Ba Ban Ba La Sam Yata Maha Id Ha I Rob, verse 25. Wakal Ha Na Sha A Man Ba La Sam Ya Ka Bas Bagad Bagad Yawa Wa Sa Maha Id Ha I Rob La Kal Ha Ka Haba Ha Maha Ashara Hawa'a Ma Parsat Para Sa Wa Sha Kwai A Yan Na Ha Sha Sa Ait Wa Gara A Yan Na Ha Ma Ai Laha Tha Ma A Yum Hum Lakam Kal Ha Na Gai Ba Hum Ya Tha Ma A, verse 27. Wakal Ha Wa Laka Il Ka Pa Yawa Ba Kal Ha Ka Ya Ha Ha La Kat Il Ha A Ra Bai Tama A Yam Hum Lakam Kal Ha Na Gai Ba Na Ba La Tham Yata Maha Id Ha I Rob, verse 28. Waha Na Sha'a At Na Ka La Tham Ya Ka Bas Ba Gad Yawa Wa Tha Maha Id Ha I Rob Tama Yam Ha Maha La Kam, verse 29. Wa Zaha La Kam Hata Maha Basha Ratiza Ha Sha Ratiza Il Ha I Ratiza Lad Waha I Ka Bar Waha Tazaba Yan Hawa, verse 30, Waha Ra Na Waha Waha Ka Kak Waha La Sa Aha Wa A Ka Mat Waha San Sha Mat, verse 31, Al Alha Hata Ma A Yam Lakam Bakal Ha Sharatiza Kal Hana Gai Baham Ba Ma Sam Yata Ma Ha Aid Ha I Rab, verse 32, Wakal Asherah Ya Pal I Al Yawa Ma Ham Ma Ba Ma Sam Yasa Ma A Ma Kal Ya Aitiza. No, what's that? Aitiza, right? It says, Oh, Ba God, O I War, Or Shak Kal Kalya Asherah Ya I Shaha Ma La A Ka Ha Ba Ham Ba Ma Yam Ya Wa Ba Ha Wa Sa Ma A Aid Ha I Rab Wa Sa Har, verse 33, Wakal Kal Ka Rush Asherah Ya Pal Al Sa Wa Ma Na Sa Wa Kawa Kal Asherah Ba Sa Wa Kawa Yata Maha Wa Aswa Sa Shab Rawa, verse 34, Makal Ha Akal Asherah Ya Akal Asherah Ya Ba Wa A Ail Yawa Mayam Ya Sa Maha Wa Kal Ma Shak Ha Asherah Ya Shat Ha Ba Kal Ya Sa Maha, verse 35, Wakal Asherah Ya Pal Ma Nab Lath Ma Ail Yawa Yatha Ma'a San Ba Ka Ya Ra Yam Ya Teza, or is it Ya Teza Sama A Yam Ham Wa Sa Ma A Yam Ya Haya Wa La Kam, verse 36, Aka Ma I One Wa Ba War Ma Kwa Waha Ma Yam Yahaya Taha War Wa Na Gai Ban Ma La Sam Yasa Ma Ha Wa Ka, no, verse 37, Wa Kaya Ya Pal Ma Na Bal Sam Al Kal Zarai Zer Zer Zarawai Asherah Ya Zarai Sahar War Ha Wa'a, verse 38, Wa Ka Ya San Ma Yam Il Zarai Wa Na Kal Ma Na Ba La Sam Il Yawa Sama Ha 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 Wa'a Wa come. Verse 39, wa kalia wa ma wat man ha ba ha maha ashra ha ya a la kam ha ha na gai ba na bal sa ha ya ta maha aid ha I rab. Verse 40, waha akal man ba la sa ha ya ka bas ba gad yawa wa sa maha aid ha I rab waha na sha a at na ba lat ha ya ka bas ba ga da yawa wa sa maha aid ha I rab. Verse 41, wakal ha sha ratiza il ha ratiza sha kwatiza ha wa a la a ya akal. Verse 42, kal ha wa laka il ga ka ga ka one wa wakal ha wa laka il ha rabai il kal mara baha regalium la kal ha sharatiza ha sharatiza il ha ratiza la sa akalium kaya kwatiza hum. Verse 43, al sa kwatizawa at na pash sa ya kam bakal ha ratiza ratiza wa la ta ma awa baham wa na sa ma sam kaya no bam. Verse 44, kaya anya Yahweh alahaya kam wa ha sak wa ha sa kodash sam wa ha ya sam kodashyam kaya koda wash anya wakal sa ya anya wa la'a sa ta ma awa at na sa ya kam bakal ha sharatiza ha ra mas il ha ratiza. Verse 45, kaya anya Yahweh ha ma la ha a sa kam ma ratiza matazarium la ha yat la kam la alahayam wa ha ya sam potassium kaya ko da wash. Verse 46, za'at tawarat ha ba ha ma ha wa ha I wa Hmm? Behemoth? Oh, it says, oh, animal, it says here. Beast, animal. Okay. Wahai wap wakal napash ha ka ya ha ha ra ma shat ba ma yam wa la kal napash ha sha ratiza tha il ha ratiza. Verse 47, la ha ba da ya tha, no, ha ta ma ha wa ba yan ha tha har wa ba yan ha ka ya ha ha na a kal tha wa ba yan ha ka ya ha ashira la a tha akal. Some words I recognize. Akal, eat. Eat akalium is food or something like that, right? Between, yeah. I'm picking up some words that's like, yo, when I say I whop, it sounds like flying, you know? So I mean, to fly. I whop, fly. Oh. Okay, the Hebrews out of the way. Now it becomes so controversial in a lot of churches. What can we eat, but what we can't eat, and so on and so forth. So when you look at the Hamites over there, they eating all that bush meat over there, you know, all kind of abomination, and Ebola is jacking up, and people saying that, oh, you know, I seen some Hamites saying that the meat where they get is not from Liberia, you know, they get it from somewhere else, but it's the same bush meat, you know, as if our bush meat is good meat, but it's still a abomination. All kind of rat and lizard and alligators and all kind of unclean stuff. So the Most High gave us specifically what we as children of Israel, no matter if we're starving or whatever, I'd rather eat leaves or something like that, you know, than to eat some unclean meat. I think it's like in Islam, they say, oh, if you're starving, you can eat the pig. So you're supposed to believe in the first five books of Moses and the Gospel. So it's like, what do you believe in? You believe in the Quran, but you're taking books like the Bible, the first five books, and then the law say it's supposed what's clean and unclean. So which is which? You kind of wishy-washy there.
That last thing you said, that in the Quran?
No, that's someone, you know, but I heard Farrakhan said that. I heard something in Islam that these guys say that. Yeah, well, what if you're starving, brother? Yeah, what if you're starving, you know, and the pig is there? And that pig is there. And I saw something, I think it's in Saudi Arabia, and they put I think pork for non-Muslims. But they want to sell it to the people who are non-Muslims. So if you're not supposed to eat it, why you want to sell it to somebody else? It's all in the name of profit. So you know we don't eat it, and we don't tell the other nations to eat unclean food. Why would we sell it to them? Why would we touch it? Because the most I have that distinction, we're not supposed to be even touching or trying to even sell this stuff. Kahan,
It sounds like a perversion of our law. any beast that died with itself, we can give to the stranger. But even that type of meat that our law talks about is clean meat. It's a clean animal.
That's a Deuteronomy, I think 21, right? 14:21. Okay. Yeah, I say you because right now we're in our kingdom and rulership, and they're giving us all kind of stuff to eat. You know, when they talk about tuna, yeah, you can of tuna fish, you only got $1, you only get a little can of tuna fish to eat. If you're hungry, dolphin meat could be mixed up in it too. So it's like you got to have the can that says dolphin free, and all kind of stuff they're giving us. All the chicken nuggets, you know, all kind of scrap meat in it, and meat glue, and all kind of stuff they're giving us to eat. So, Deuteronomy 14, I have it in my phone. So about the oh 14:21. Let me write that down. So before Deuteronomy 14, verse 21, it says, this is the law. Ye shall not eat of anything that died of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, or thou may sell it unto an alien, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. So you can if you go and see a chicken die of itself, oh, pick it up, clean it up, sell it to the heathens. Let them eat it. Either give it to them or sell it to them. Let them eat it. They're in their glory, they're in their rulership, and they're giving us all kind of stuff to eat. How many of us are saying that, okay, we can go to the slaughterhouse? I said, okay, give me that chicken, that live chicken, kill it in front of my eyes, dress them up, and sell it to me. A lot of our people don't have that resources, so they go to McDonald's and they go to places and the chicken shack and all kind of. Sometimes you eat a chicken, is like, is this real chicken or a chicken nugget? Is this real meat in this thing? Because he was like meat glue to put all the little scrap of meat together, or eyeballs and all that stuff. I said, chicken no nuggets. Oh, the kids love it. And like, what is in this stuff? You know? But, yeah, a lot of us don't have the resources to go to the slaughterhouse and have them kill an animal in front of you and dress it and sell it to you. And plus, some of the animals they give the chicken is so big, chicken can't hardly walk. Back in Jamaica, sometimes you see chickens flying off or a shed or something, you know, or flying and running and go around and feeding and stuff like that. They call it free range. But that's natural. Supposed to the chicken's supposed to go around and you feed them. They're supposed to be roaming around like you know where I work up in Princeton, Lawrenceville over there. You see the cows them out there grazing, and it's like, wow, can I have some of the milk from the cow? Oh no, you can't get the milk directly from the cow. We have to get it, pasteurize it, homogenize it, and put vitamins in it, etc., and then we sell it to you. It's like, wait a minute, they want to water it down and add stuff, and always illegal to sell raw milk, but it's coming from the cow. The calf is drinking it directly. You didn't put it in a bottle and give it to him. Why can't we have that milk? But the system is backwards, you know, and we getting the short end of the stick, you know, short end of the stick with it, with the doodle on the end. But that's what the Most High said when we read Deuteronomy 28. They should be the head and we be the tail. So enjoy your captivity, right? Captivity is not a nice thing. It's just like, oh, we got to go in captivity again. 70 years of cap. Oh. All Israel sin. Israel sin. Captivity. But we're not supposed to be enjoying this, because when the Most High started to destroy this place and bring us back, just like with I listened this morning, this is Babylon, all kind of wickedness is happening there. Don't look back to this, man. Try to get, try to get up out of here, because this place is wicked and it's polluted. Yourself together, O nation not desired. Okay. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. So I have a thing on in my house. I put up stuff that that we can eat. I just put it up in my house. I don't want any unclean food in my house. I don't care who it is. Don't bring that stuff in here. I have the chicken, beef, deer, goat, lamb, Cornish hens, quails, turkey, certain pigeons, and fish with fins and scales. Hmm? Yeah, sure. What you reading?
Hosea 4.
Gonna read.
Children of Israel abide. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. The Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the God of the land.
Knowledge of God in the land. Yeah. Yeah, he just read Hosea 4 and 1. So when we stay, veer away from the law, statute, and the commandment of the Most High say he has a controversy with us. He has the problem with us. Because there's no truth, mercy, all kind of lies spreading around, no mercy towards one another, and knowledge of the Most High. Because we see the other nation, like the Moses said, the many lovers, and we start to run after them. So we leave in our laws and start to run after them, because we see certain prosperity of the other nation, and we want to follow them. So this is what the Most High said. When you read down to verse 2, he says, by swearing, you're not supposed to swear. By lying, you're supposed to be truthful to one another. Stop lying to one another. And killing, stop killing one another. And stealing, that were already in the Ten Commandments. And committing adultery, that's been 10 Commandments read this morning. They break out, and blood touches blood. So all kind of breaking the law, being lawless. Most High has a problem with us, because we're not keeping his law, statute, and commandment. That's what you wanted to know. That's what you want to know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if we're not keeping this, we're seeing the stuff going on in the neighborhoods and stuff like that. Swearing and lying and killing and stealing and all kind of coming adultery. That's my woman, and you want to come sleep with my woman, and she wanted to go sleep with another man out there. All kind of stuff that's going on. We see it all the time. We grow up in all this, and so the Most have a problem with it. There's a deep problem with it. So that's why in Leviticus chapter 11, the Most High said these are the, what we can eat, what we cannot eat. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. So you have beasts on the earth, right? So the most they're telling us, what we can eat and what we cannot eat. So it says, whoso, whatsoever parted the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts that ye shall eat. So yeah, we know that the cow, he cheweth the cud. So you know about the cow have the cloven feet, and it chewed the cud, right? So we know we can't eat that. Verse 4, it says, Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel. So we know we can't eat the camel because he chewed the cud, but divided, he is unclean to you. I've seen the Arabs over there. The Arabs, I see they're killing camels and they're eating camel's meat over there. I say you're not supposed to eat that. Let me go into this. Let me go into New Testament for a minute. And also, I want to mention in Deuteronomy 14, it talks about clean and unclean. Deuteronomy 14, clean and unclean food also. So when you read Acts chapter 10, Acts chapter 10, verse 9. Acts chapter 10, verse 9. And it says, On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. That's about 6 o'clock. And he became very hungry and would have eaten. But while they made ready, he fell into a trance and saw heaven opened and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners and let down to the earth, wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air. And there came a voice to him, Rise Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. And a voice spake unto him again the second time, what God has cleansed, that call not thou common. So Acts chapter 9, verse 9 to 15. So to eat unclean food because he, Peter knows the law. It wasn't talking about food. So a lot of times a lot of churches saying that we can eat anything that we want to eat. But here it wasn't talking about food. So I want to go back to if you read further down about this story and everything, and it's not talking about food. So the churches miscue this and say that we can eat anything. But the one about, can you eat a rat? Can you eat all this stuff? It's just unclean. Like how the Hamites, the Africans over there eating all this unclean food, and they get jacked up with Ebola. So this is what the Moses said in Isaiah 66 and 17. Isaiah 66 verse 17. Isaiah 66 verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree, in the midst, eating swine's flesh, the pig, and the abomination, and the mouse shall be consumed together, said the Lord. So eating mouse, sometimes you see these nations eating mouse and the swine's flesh, because the natural thing swine eat is garbage, all the garbage out there. We're not supposed to be eating that stuff. Huh? So you're growing up and people like the pig, it's like, what is this controversial about the pig, I say we're not supposed to eat that pig. That's swine. That's swine's flesh. So you see that camel is out of the question. Verse 5. Leviticus 11 verse 5. And the coney, I see that is a type of rabbit. Because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. And I've seen this video how they went and they cut open the cow's stomach and put like a little cap on it, and to see what inside of the cow stomach, while it's still alive, which is so awful, So the coney is a type of rabbit, and the hare, which is a rabbit, because he chewed the cud, the food, but divided not the hoof. You don't divide the hoof, but the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, so many controversial people talk about the swine, or you can eat it or you cannot eat it, but the swine, you cannot eat it. Though he divided the hoof, the swine, the hoof is divided and be cloven footed, yet he chew it So if you let a swine out there, he's just gonna eat all kind of garbage, just garbage out there, like anything. And probably he would probably eating other pigs also. He's just a garbage on top of the earth. Gone, Nabia.
What was the first you read in Acts again?
Yeah, I read Acts chapter 10, verse 9 to 15. Oh no, I just read this with the first verse. And also read Isaiah 66, verse 17. Yeah. Because sometimes you go to the Isaiah 66, verse 17. Because in a lot of the passages, when you ask them about clean and unclean food, and they like, oh, you can eat anything you want, but look at the Africans over there, they eating all this bush meat, all kind of stuff. I see this man wrapped his leg in cloth, put it in some hole, and some kind of big rat. And then they pull him out, and then they cut it off him and eat it. So it was like all that bush meat over there. Even his time on my job, he went to Liberia. He went over there, and then he came back, and people were looking at him, and just like whispering, "I hope he doesn't have the Ebola," He took him and spread it. So, verse 7 talk about the swine, the pig, the hog. God.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with the media presents Africa as a whole. You have a breakout right here in the United States, certain place, like they quarantine the virus over there, but we need to, it was loose in a certain part of the country. Let's equate that to, the whole Western coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They won't do that with America. So you have to, it's just in this city, in this city block, But, America itself will get labeled like a terror zone or, an SHI or whatever. Yeah, similar conditions here.
Yeah, because sometimes when they say recall certain food, recall is because E. coli just broke out from this factory and that's it. So, we kind of stay away from certain food when they say that. Or just, wash it thoroughly. If it's not part of it, you can still wash your food and cook it thoroughly, because even for the food, meat, well done for us. Let's say we can't eat fat or blood. Most say it will cut us off. So talk about the swine. I heard this my pastor Sunday, Joel Olsen. He talked about the swine, the pig, the bacon, ham. He said he don't want to eat that stuff. He don't want to put that unclean food in his body. But the Moses said it thousands of years ago. So when some of these pastors pick up certain things and they hear us and they see it in the Bible or they hear us speaking about it, then they want to pick up, excerpts of it as if it's coming from them. Verse 8. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 8. And of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. So, the carcass, you're not supposed to eat it. You're not supposed to even touch it. But if you touch it, you're unclean until evening. But even recently, I found something about the brushes. The brush with the coarse hair in it. And I say, like, boar's hair. I say, boar's hair, brush. In the brushes? Just like I have to try to look for a plastic brush. I'm just trying to use a comb, but all these brushes, it just says boar's hair on it. And that's just the pig, you know. To verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever had fins and scales in the water, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. So it's a whole lot more. Let's see, salmon, snapper, porgies, whiting, tilapia, herring, tuna, sardines, bass. Because when you go, to the place and you ask them, does it have scales on it? Yeah, that you want to see the scales. That you want to see the scales in it. Because I was in Charlotte, and they were buying, mom was buying a fish, this big fish, and I'm like looking at the fish. Does it have scales in it? I forgot the name of it, but it was a big fish. The guy showed the scales. I said, okay. He had the fins and the scales in it. Okay, cool. That's good. I can eat that. And so the man said, yeah, scales in it. Scale in it. But in the fish store, they have all kind of fish and all kind of stuff they pull out the seas and the rivers, and they put it all out there for people to buy it, because the unclean one in the water are scavengers. They eat all the gunk in the water, and unclean stuff in the water. They eat all the doo-doo, all that stuff they eat in the water. So the fish that have fins and scales, they eat the plants. Yeah, the plant, what they call it, the planktons in the water. The Moses said we can eat that. All those certain fish, they may put them in like a big pond and have them packed like sardines in the pond and say, yeah, this is wild salmon. But the salmon that I want to eat what the bears eat. when they go to upstream and they see all the fish, and they just scoop out a couple of fish and just eat it. That's salmon, or the wild caught.
It always costs more than farmers.
But sometimes you even check it to see if this is wild or not, because they want to make the salmon look a certain color to appealing to you, because it must have this certain, like, that orange type of color. But you're stressing out the fish in this big pond, and they pile all of them in there. They don't live free. These animals supposed to be living free, and then you catch them. Like, they say in the gospel, there were fishermen, and they throw the net out and they catch the fish, things like that. That's the type of fish I want to eat. But when you go to the store, yeah, let me get a whiting sandwich, please. You don't know where you just pray over it as a whiting sandwich, and you just eat it. Verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the sea and in the rivers, of all that move in the water, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. Shrimp, crab, lobster, eel, all these things. These people say shellfish. Even some people say, oh, I'm allergic to shellfish. So these are scavengers. These are scavengers in the water. You're not supposed to eat them, because it's like what this Kahan Nabia is like, you are what you eat. Eats. Yeah, what they eat. Verse 11. They shall even be an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcass in abomination. So, not like saying we're gonna not eat it, but give it to the heathen. No, they're gonna have to eat clean meat also. What we eat, they have to eat. They may not eat the same quality, the type of food that we eat, but they're gonna eat the same. They're gonna eat clean meat also. As I remember one time they had Olympics in China, and they go out there eating local food where the people selling out there and say, well, what's all of this stuff? Everything they're selling out there, everything that coming out of the water, all kind of abomination, eating, and all this stuff is like, damn, you guys don't eat chicken? And even right now they have the you want to order a burger, you know, and it's like, you want bacon on that? It's like, no. And you see them trying to take the bacon off their burger and say, no, I don't want that one. Just give me a fresh burger, please. Give that baconator to somebody else, but not me. So you guys are Muslim? No, we're not Muslim. We're Hebrew Israelite, keeping the laws. We have dietary laws. Verse 12. Whatsoever had no fins, nor scales. Oh,
He didn't have chicken or chicken.
more chicken?
Yeah, I like to try to eat. I want to chance at it.
No, tuna fish is a clean fish. But now when you eat the canned food, you have to look, is this dolphin free? Because the dolphin and the tuna fish is similar. So when they catch it all together, thing together, and this, I forgot it's albacore, just mix it. You can't even tell if it's fish or not in there. But it's a tuna fish. So they'll grind everything up and they sell it to you. But if you have decent amount of money in your pocket, you can go out there to the fish store and get a fish instead of dealing with this canned food. Oh. So that's why, tuna is good. No, tuna is clean. Tuna is good. Yeah, tuna fish is good. No matter, you have many choices of food. I mean, different ways of preparing the food. The clean food, vegetable, vegetarian style and things like that. All kind of food is out there. It's up to you if you want to eat fish, chicken, beef, deer, goat. Curry goat is nice, or lamb, and you cook it and eat it. So it's a choice out there. You can eat. The Most High give us all the stuff that we can eat, and all the stuff we can't eat. So if you eat more of this or less of that, is your choice. But when it comes back to the Passover, even if you're a vegetarian, when it comes to the Passover, you have to partake of the lamb. That's mandatory. Because some people say, yeah, I stay away from, all type of meats, things like that, all kind of red meats, but I'm gonna eat vegetables. Even if the vegetables is a lot of times it's jacked up too. They're putting fertilizer to have them grow even more than how they grow, things like that. So you just have to give thanks to the Most High that you're eating, and you're able to make the choice of eating clean food. So verse 12, whatsoever had no fins nor scales in water, that shall be an abomination unto you. Verse 13, and these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls. They shall be not eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle, of course, you see the eagle flying, the great American eagle. I see him fly like an eagle, and all that stuff. Because sometimes you see the eagle come and pick up a little pig, and he's gone with it. I try to pick up a little animal, and he's gone with it. And the ostrich, is like a vulture, and the osprey is like a vulture too. These are scavengers. Well, the eagle would eat other animals because they like the chicken and the deer and the goat and the lamb, and they're vegetarian. People, you know, they eat vegetation, but the other either they're scavengers or they eat other animals. The eagle, the ossifrage, is the vulture, and the osprey, which it says a vulture or buzzard. And the vulture, the vulture, they call them like turkey vultures. So them eating all this rotten meat and stuff like that. And the kite, they have it as a bird of prey, or the falcon, they have it here as the falcon. Every raven after his kind. So we talk about the raven. Let's see the black raven. And the owl, you see the owl and stuff like the owl. Sometimes they have it on the back of the dollar bill. The little owl with the little two eyes like that, just looking at you. Yeah, so if you see an owl, you look at them, they like standing still, and the two round eyes just looking at you like that. Yeah, it's somewhere back in the dollar bill.
Oh, the eagle back there, brother. The owl back there too.
I think it's a little owl back there. Let me let me check. Let me just verify. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm right. I'm wrong.
Might be the first time somebody.
Yeah, I'm wrong about that. He's in the corner.
Yeah, you
Oh, uh, wherever. But he's out. And he's one of the unclean animals. And we don't eat that. Cause I think the owl. I think they eat like rats, little mice.
don't know if you look on one dollar bill on the right, the one that's on the upper right hand. Yeah, that's it. That you can see it.
Oh, the owl, like he look like. Well, what is it? Wise as an owl?
But over here, the pen, where you said they got the owl in there. When you go there, from that rock. If you go to if you go up St. John's, there's two of them sitting.
Really? Oh.
There's a St. John's. Two of them. Two of them sitting right there.
The owls, like I see them. I think I see them flying and picking up little mice to eat. And the nighthawk is a prey, and the cuckoo and the hawk after its kind. 'Cause the hawk, when the birds see the hawk coming, they're like, "Let's get out of here," because the hawk is coming to eat another bird. Because he comes down and he flies down and he always gets somebody. A flying, he just flying and just like.
What's it, Warner Brothers cartoon? Little guy and eat popcorn later on. I'm a chicken hawk. I'm a chicken hawk. I eat chicken.
So the hawk, the guys, and sometimes the hawk and the falcon, whatever, they have like a leather glove and the hawk is on it. Because the hawk always gets somebody. And the little owl and the cormorant is a kind of aquatic bird. And the great owl and the swan you see them, swimming around the swan like in the water, and they fly, and sometimes they rest in the water. To the black swan, the white swan, and the pelican. The pelican is one of those the birds that have the long jaw, the beak straight, and you have the long, because I think it catches fish, and he has it in there. They hold it in there, and then they fly off. And the Gary eagle and the stork. So I think the stork, he stays near water too, but he flies. The heron, after her kind, and the lapwing. The lapwing is I have a small bird and the bat. So I think they eat that bush meat too. They would go in there and get these bats. So it's like they're trying to, to see the bats I'm hanging upside down in the cave, to go get them. Trying to say Batman or bat and the bat, So to go in and try to get one of those things. That's see them having a bush meat, they're having a big bat or something, Let's see. So the Most High made all these animals, certain them to eat, certain things not to eat. All fowls that creepeth, going upon all fours, shall be an abomination unto you. But it depends on the fowl is creepeth. Because the chicken or a fowl, like a bird, that we eat, we consume. A lot of chicken, like the chicken, the Cornish hens, the quails, and the turkey. That we eat. So the dove, like I have in the dove and the pigeon, that we can eat. As I understood the dove and the pigeon, because is one of the offerings too, but not like New York City, pigeons and stuff like that. Not those, because I heard that years ago that some kid got one and ate one. I think he got sick. But the New York City pigeons, the pigeon that people have them in a coop and grow them and to eat that, because you don't want somebody to catch a New York City pigeon and sell it to you. I don't know what happened, but I know it's Esau, but I don't know what he did with it. Esau, he probably eat it raw or whatever, or half cooked. But I heard somebody did that, but they just fly around there. But the pigeon that we catch and eat is out there, that not just flying around New York City area like that. Like harvested, pigeons and doves, turtle doves. Even these.
Also, first 20, put a search on like a order of birds called Californ. They kind of classify them. Those are the ones that we can eat. Californ. Right down Californ. Google it.
The verse 20.
Like pheasant, include turkeys, chicken, quail.
spell it? Galley?
Galliformes.
Formes. Galliform. Yeah, because people say that, I don't see turkey here. I don't see chicken. I don't see quails, Cornish hens, and I don't see this. You say, oh, well, we can't really eat anything. What can we eat? What is it? The type of fowl, type of what we eat.
You
Quails.
said earlier, when you check out Galliformes, those birds, and naturally, they eat grains, they graze.
They eat grain.
They're not scavengers. They look social good.
Okay.
They're not here, and they graze.
Because, like, for example, the chicken, you give them grains to eat, but the pig, you give him slop. You give him all kind of slop to eat, and he's happy with that. That's what he eats. Even these of them ye may eat: the locust after his kind, and the ball locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. So verse 22, John the Baptist, right?
You read
Okay, oh yeah, 21. Verse 21, yet these may ye eat of every flying, creeping thing that goeth upon all fours, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Okay, flying, creeping things that goeth upon all fours, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Yeah, let me read this one. If it flying, what, like the chicken in here?
this is creeping.
Creeping things.
This is going to the new section.
What is that?
Creeping thing.
Hmm.
You're in a new section now.
Oh, okay.
Extension. This point, kind of jump right to 22. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, verse 22, say it has the semicolon, right?
21 is talking about it. Creeping.
But for 22, explain 21.
22 is going more specific. It's like Leviticus 11, verse
Yeah.
2 is general. 2 and 3 is general.
Yes, so the creeping things flying, because when you read it says flying, creeping things go up on all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap with all on the earth. Because sometimes with the locusts, you'll have them and you feel how strong their legs are. Yeah. Sometimes as kids, we would have the locusts, the grasshopper, and their legs are very strong.
See, this is explaining. We need to read it. That's why.
Oh, okay. Let me go into verse 22 now. even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the ball locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. So different variations of the locust and the ball locust. And so when you read in John the Baptist, what he ate, Matthew chapter 3, verse 4. Matthew chapter 3, verse 4. All right? Let me write it down. Daniel, you read that for me?
Verse 4. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair, and with leathern leathern girdle about his loins. His meat was locusts and wild honey.
Yes. So Matthew chapter 3, verse 4. And the same John had raiment of camel's hair, and a leathern girdle about his loins, and his meat, his food, was locusts and wild honey. So I think some brothers that may have tried locusts, but some people try to nah, they're trying to put locusts with all kind of bugs together, you know. But locusts is good to eat. So that's what he wore, and that's what he ate. So you can eat it. I think sometimes they have it out there as chocolate covered grasshopper, or sometimes I see some of them how they fry it up, season up and fry it up together, and then they can eat it. Or some people say, oh, you know, I don't want to eat that, but it's clean to eat, according to the Most High. Verse 23.
Mark 1.
Mark 1:6. Yeah, go ahead, go on.
Mark chapter 1, verse 6. And John was clothed with camel's hair, and with a girdle of a skin about his loins, and he did eat locusts and wild honey.
Okay. I was growing up, people saying that locusts was some kind of thing come off the tree and stuff like that. But I said maybe they kind of call it that, but locust is actually with the grasshopper and the ball locust. Verse 23. But all other flying, creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you. So you have flying, I think you have, like a flying bat. Flying, creeping things, and all 4. Yeah, other type of insects. Flying insects, and we're not supposed to eat. Is our unclean, an abomination. But But of the insects, we can eat the locusts. I can think of a flying, creeping thing. Sometimes you go there and you see other animals out there, because the locusts, I know what they eat. They eat vegetation, because when the Most High, like in Egypt, when the Most High plagued Egypt, the locusts came and started to eat the vegetation. Sometimes you see like a YouTube, you see locusts come, and they come and they swarm down up on the vegetation, and they eat all the leaves and everything, and they eat, and they take a couple of minutes, and then they're gone. And you go look at all your plants, and it's like this stuff is all eaten.
Right, what certain farmers decide over here.
Yeah, all this stuff you plant out there, you figure like, yeah, I'm gonna reap the sowers and the reapers and the laborers and all that stuff. I'm gonna have a good crop this year. And you look at the locusts coming, just wipe out your whole crop.
Take your own life, take somebody's life.
I said, this is my livelihood, like everything is gone. I can't sell this in the market. All my nice spinach and all the leafy vegetables and stuff like that. The crop is wiped out.
He's so smart. He's
Mhm.
got Roundup ready.
So in Egypt, when the Most High plagued the Egyptian with locusts, they just wiped out all that crop. Plague, Most High plagued them. And you see, like one locust is like, oh yeah, it's a little cool, you can, or a few of them you can cook up and eat it. But when you see millions of locusts just come up and swarm down, it's like you have to wear a mask and to protect yourself, because they come to eat all the vegetation, and in no time they're gone. And people just look at them coming, this, and they're all gone. Say, who can stop that? But with the pesticides and all that stuff, it affects the plants too. That's what we're eating. But verse 24, all the flying, creeping things that are around out there, the Moses said, no, don't even, it's not for consumption. It's something people eat, or roach, and all kind of stuff out there. Verse 24, and for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean unto the evening. So if you're dealing with it, you're an exterminator, you touch these unclean animals, you're unclean unto the evening. Verse 25, and whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes until the even. Verse 28, the carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof, and is not cloven footed, nor chewed the cud, are unclean unto you. Everyone that toucheth them shall be unclean. So, as righteous, butchers and things like that, with clean meat, you don't have to worry about the unclean stuff because you're dealing with clean meat. But butchers here, they have chicken, deer, goat. They got rabbits. They got all kind of stuff there. You have to pick out your clean animal. Make sure to clean the utensils and execute them for me. Because they do everything. I see the butcher up the road. I see he has some rabbits in there too. I'm like, rabbits? Yeah, we have people that buy them. So, like I was working with this guy yesterday. He said he eat all this stuff, all this other stuff. Yesterday he's eating some fried shrimps and everything, and he loves all his lobsters and seafood. And I'm like, Wow. I tell him I don't touch that stuff. He say, you know, if you're lucky, I may give you one of my shrimp. But I said, no, I don't touch that stuff, man. I don't eat that stuff. Verse 27. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whosoever toucheth their carcass shall be unclean until the evening. So you have beasts. I even think about bear, they go on their fours. Yes, they go on the two back feet. And you have like dogs and cats, you know, other things, other animals out there that we're not gonna eat them. They're unclean to us. And he that bear the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. Until the even they are unclean unto you. Because sometimes some of our people working out there all off the street. You know, squirrels, you know, rabbits, you know. After you pick them up and you shove them and throw them out there and take them somewhere out to, you know, bury them out in the bushes and stuff, they're unclean. You got to wash your clothes and you got to wash yourself. You're unclean until evening. So that's why when it comes to some of the people doing, you know, working with these, you know, animals and things like that. So hopefully by the time Friday evening comes, you know, you finish working by such a time. So the Sabbath, before the Sabbath starts. And then you're clean when the sundown comes. Verse 29. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth. The weasel, see the little weasel that running around, look like a honey badger or something, but it's a little weasel. Look like a little rat type. With the weasel, the mouse, because he sees over there, they eating all that bush meat, they eat everything. And the tortoise, after his kind, I see people eating tortoise soup, turtle soup. And they look like they're enjoying it. It's like, no, thank you, this is unclean. Verse 30, and the ferret, I think it's similar to like a squirrel, like a ferret, like a small little furry animal. And the chameleon, they have it, I think sometimes they change color to suit the vegetation, so it can disguise themselves from birds of prey. They have different colors on them. And the lizard, so the lizard, they be eating flies and stuff. And I know the frogs do it too. And the snails, some people be eating all that snail. They be cooking the snail and have to scrape that stuff out of the snail to eat it. That's gross.
Escargot.
Oh, that's what they call it? Escargot. They be cooking up, and you see this. I remember like years ago when I was a kid and I went to eat with my parents. I'm like, what is this stuff? And that's what they gave me to eat. It's not like chicken or fish. Normal stuff out there, you know, you go to the butcher and they kill and they eat. This is like snail and the mole. People going out there catching all this mole and all these animals to go eat them, you know? This is not normal stuff. I mean, we grow up in this sense, and that's not like chicken or beef or deer or, you know, or lamb or something. This is like stuff that you got to catch out of like deep in the woods, you know? And around garbage area. Like people, like at my job, like late at night, early in the morning, sometimes you find these little animals, these animals around the garbage area, you know, trying to eat the garbage. Verse 31, these are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the even. Until the evening. So, God willing, a lot of people in the truth who are dealing with all these animals and able to finish before Friday sundown so we can, you know, come to the Sabbath service, study Friday evening, or even during the evening. Verse 32, and upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, that fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even, so it shall be cleansed. So if these animals, you gotta be unclean until evening, and if you touch anything else, you gotta wash it. Yeah, you gotta wash it and rinse it, and then it shall be clean in any vessel. Verse 33, and every earthen vessel wherein any of them falleth, whatsoever is in it shall be unclean, and he shall break it. So if you get into a vessel, then you gotta break it. Because sin, I'm not gonna, eat out of it or use it. The most you gotta break it. Sometimes like an earthen dish, you gotta break it and break it. Because sometimes when you go to a certain restaurant, they use unclean stuff and unclean meats and clean meat in the same vessel, and then serve it to people and serve it to other people, and you wonder, like, maybe they probably serve somebody pork in this, but they usually washed and everything. They don't break it. They wash it and they use it for something else. But the most is that we shall break it. Verse 34, Leviticus chapter 11, verse 34. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. Stuff coming to the vessel, the like an earthen vessel, you shall break it. So I'm even thinking about Nebuchadnezzar when he had our holy vessels, and he was eating and drinking out of the vessels and stuff like that. Who knows what he was eating, in our vessels. And the Most High checked him on that. What is it, Belshazzar or Nebuchadnezzar? Nebuchadnezzar? Yeah, they were using our holy vessel to eat common food in it. And who knows what he was eating. And the Most High gave the handwriting on the wall. Verse 35, and everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you. So sometimes you get all this stuff, for the most part, because usually we set up like an oven or a vessel that like an earthen vessel, most that break it. Sometimes, they like have that or grease or oil or whatever in that oven where they cook unclean stuff in it. And the most I say, just break it down, You can make up a new one. Sometimes maybe little juices and scent coming from it, It's a bit unclean to you. Nevertheless, a fountain, verse 36, nevertheless, a fountain or a pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. So the spring of water, a well, or a spring of water is clean. So if you go to a spring of water and you see like a dead animal next to it, or in some kind of stream, you're like, oh man, this parts the way you see a dead animal in the stream is like, wow, I can't drink this stuff. Because it's the, unclean animal is, dead animal is coming through the water. Verse 37, and if any part of their carcass fall upon any sown seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean. So the sowing seed that we have, the seed is clean because the seed can grow. You can plant it and let it grow into a good plant, a good plant or a tree. Verse 38, but if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of their carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean to you. So any kind of water that comes upon the seed from the dead animal or the unclean animal shall be unclean. Because I see, as far as that seed is going to affect the plant, because it can get soaked into the seed, on top of it, and more or less the seed to wash it off. The most I say is just unclean. Verse 39, and if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that toucheth the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the evening. So if you have like we read earlier in Deuteronomy 14:21, if any beast that you may eat, a clean beast, does died of itself, or disease, old age disease, and you touch the carcass, he shall be clean unto the evening. But that animal you can sell it to the heathen or give it to them. And he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. So a lot of stuff we make sure we wash up and clean up and breaking earthen vessel and everything before the sun goes down. Otherwise, you're going to run into another day to be unclean. Verse 41, and every creeping thing. 40.
Leviticus 17. Verses 15 and 16. So Leviticus 17, verses 15 and 16. No, I can't read it.
15.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 17 and verse 15. And every soul that eateth that which died of itself, or that which is torn with beasts, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the evening. then shall he be clean. But if he wash not them, nor bathe his flesh, and he shall bear his iniquity.
Yeah. That's why this is part of the law that we have to make sure we, clean ourselves and wash our clothes before the evening comes down. Watch for the sunset. The Most High have you for that iniquity.
But if I may, also Leviticus 22 and 8, it tells you the priest shouldn't deal with this either. Leviticus 22 and verse 8. Leviticus 22 and 8, that which dies of itself or is torn with beasts, he shall not eat to defile himself therewith. I am the Lord.
Yeah, we got to give it to the heathen, let them eat it. Because our animals that we supposed to eat, we're supposed to get the animal and slaughter the animal and then eat. We're not supposed to use a torn of beast. But who knows what they're selling to us now? Sometimes a half chicken attack each other, or whatever, and one chicken, a bunch of chicken may kill another chicken and it die. And then they just cut that piece off and just sell it to us, man. Yeah.
Also, Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 14. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 14, it says, Then said I, our Lord power, behold, my soul hath not been polluted, for from my youth up even till now have I not eaten of that which dies of itself, or is torn in pieces. Neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. Kind of like what you read earlier, what Peter said, right?
Yeah.
And then also in Ezekiel chapter 44 in verse 31. Ezekiel 44, the priest shall not eat of anything that is dead of itself, or torn, whether it be fowl or beast.
But the priest is so holy to the Most High because they're doing the work of the Most High, the priest. That's why we give it to the heathens and let them eat it. Give it to them or we sell it to them. I was reading some comments about it. Yeah, just because a person, whatever, you're gonna have them. You don't eat it, but give it to them to eat. Look what they're doing to us. They're giving us all kind of meat to eat, all kind of torn by beasts. Animal died of itself, die of old age, die of disease. They give it to us to eat. Yeah, they don't. And when they go in the neighborhood, they don't give us high quality food to eat. They don't. But we're not gonna a half torn beast or a beast died of itself or a disease, and we're gonna sell it to them. That's meat for them to eat, not us. Oh, you got something? Okay. But this is what the Most High said. That's the law. Verse 41. In Leviticus chapter 11, verse 41. And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. You're creeping, you got snakes, creeping on the earth, all kind of creatures that you have to go out there and go eat. Sometimes you see people eating all this stuff, man. And they find all stuff like wiggling in their stomach. This is gross. Sometimes they die too. Verse 42. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly like a snake, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever had more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. See people eating all worms, all kind of stuff that's crawling on the earth. They just pick it up and eat it. Verse 43. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. So most of all this unclean stuff, all the creeping stuff, we're not gonna make ourselves unclean. We're not gonna just try to justify and be defiled by them. 6 verse 17. They eat mouse, the swine. Don't defile ourselves, with it. Verse 44. For I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth. Verse 47, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. So we just can't, they don't know, because that's what they taught, that you can eat, nothing, like it says, I'm trying to find that scripture of washing hands, nothing that goes in you. What's that scripture? Trying to figure is what comes out of you, as if. See, let me find it first.
Matthew 15 and 10 and 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Matthew chapter 15. Matthew 15 and 11. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man. I may say, oh, you can eat anything you want. It's not going to defile you.
Okay, jump down to 15. We're going to explain what he means.
And you go down to verse 15. Then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. And Jesus said, are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye and that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly, and is cast out into the draught. Verse 18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornication, theft, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. So it's talking about unwashed hands. It's not going to defile you, but it's stuff that come out of your heart. All kind of wickedness are coming out, but having unwashed hands, it's not going to defile you. But he's not talking about any that you can eat anything. He's not talking about that. It's just unwashed hands he's talking about.
He's not even talking about unwashed hands in
Hmm?
that. I don't even think he's talking about unwashed hands. They was talking about unwashed hands, but he was talking about a clean heart.
Yeah, because it's coming out of you. That's what all kind of filthiness coming out of your heart and not out of your mind.
Right.
But just the unwashed hand.
Like is today, we'll use this verse and say, see, look, no matter what you put in your body, I think he's talking physical. Okay?
Right. It don't matter what you put in your body. That's what they use that verse for, yes.
So people say, oh, I eat whatever I eat, and even supervisor was telling me yesterday, he was like, yeah, the doctor told me high acidic, I think, and he has to take some pills for it. But I think with the shellfish, they have all that cholesterol in it, and I think it's kind of an acidic food still. So you got to stop eating that shellfish. You cut down your acidic level instead of taking pills for it, and you keep eating the stuff, But with me,
Smoking.
yeah.
Let's focus.
So the doctor, instead of the doctor asking him, "Are you eating shellfish?" He's like, "Yeah, stop eating that. Your acidic level would go down." But no. I want to prescribe all this medication to you and all of this stuff, and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good. The doctor's like, "I'm not here to teach the Bible. I'm here to sell you medication, write prescription for you, keep my job by having you do whatever you're doing, and when you get sick, then you come to me, and then I prescribe to you something else instead of going to the source of it. Shellfish, cut that out. But doctor, I love eating the shellfish. It's good for me. Well, keep eating it. Then we give you a stronger dose next time. I'm not here to change anything. I'm not here to preach anything. But a lot of these doctors, they know shellfish. You have this high content, high cholesterol, in these shellfish. They know it. But they want to keep writing you prescription and keep for you coming back and coming back and coming back to them. That's how that's how the system runs. Doctor you keep eating, swine's meat, and you get these trichinosis or whatever it is. I think from the sometimes I see these Gentiles having like worms coming out of their faces, And when they see this in Africa, when they eat that bush meat, you see how their skin get kind of funny and kind of disease in their skin and all kind of features on them because they're eating this bush meat. But others say, yeah, oh, bush meat don't come from Liberia. You can have our bush meat because it's good. But just by looking at it, it's like, X everything out, man. Let the dogs eat that stuff and the scavengers, let them eat that stuff. So it wants to have a distinction, dietary law. Dietary law, what's it? Dietary law, ceremonial law. Them down. Moral law and civil law. That's what we read in the Bible. A lot of us have the Bible, but a lot of us don't understand it. Sometimes some of our people out there say, some people say, man, I know the truth about who they're Hebrew Israelite. And they say, well, I don't eat shellfish. I don't touch that stuff. I don't touch that pig because I know something is unclean with that. But like we said, like Khan, Nabi Azarov says, some of the laws you're keeping already. You may not know the whole fully of the whole law, the laws, but you're keeping some of those laws already. And that's it. So we got to come to the fullness of the law, statutes, and commandments. So that concludes Leviticus chapter 11. We're going to take a half an hour break, and we're going to come to Leviticus chapter 12. So we're going to come back 13 minutes to 2. All right. It's still the Sabbath, though. We can't heat anything or cook anything. All right. Shalom, Israel.